Fall of the Sui dynasty, many regional clan leaders fought for power. Li Yuan, formerly known as Tang Kaozu, became the most prominent and influential rebel of all. He rose to power, uniting China once again under his rule, being the first of 22 emperors residing over what becomes the Tang Dynasty. Next came Tang Taizong. Being a ruthless mercenary, Taizong killed both his brothers and his father to inherit the throne. As one of the most influential and well-known emperors, Taizong was the only one to make a name for the newfound dynasty. Tang Gaizong was the third emperor. He is remembered as a weak emperor, as his empress, Wu Zetian, assisted him rule throughout his entire reign. Tang Zongzong was his predecessor, but only for 2 months before Wu Zetian disposed of him. When Wu Zetian rose to power, she reinstated the Zhao dynasty, which interrupted the Tang dynasty. A few moments later, Wu Zetian was ousted by her son, Tang Zongzong, who this time stayed in power for years. Empress Wei was interfering with court affairs throughout his second reign. She then poisoned Zongzong, giving way to the next emperor. Tang Shangdi soon rose to power. He ruled briefly until a coup led by Princess Taiping and Li Lengdi forced him to abdicate his throne. Once again, Ruizong rose to power. Next came Tang Xuanzong, who helped Princess Taiping in the coup to throw Shangdi out of power. During his reign, the time period was known as the heyday of Cayenne due to the unparalleled prosperity. Tang Suzong was the 9th emperor. His time in power was marked by the attempts at suppressing the An-Shi rebellion. Also during this time, eunuchs began to gain power. Now for a short lesson on eunuchs. Eunuchs were typically non-Chinese males adopted by the court. They were castrated at a young age, making them perfect for serving in the women's quarters. Some also served as messengers or spies to military officials. Later, eunuchs began to hold considerable power within the imperial court as they maneuvered themselves into influential positions, especially military ones. After Suzong, Tang Daizong came to power. He oversaw the oppression of the An-Shi rebellion. Also, being a strong supporter of Buddhism, Daizong ordered a completion of numerous temples, which consequently placed a large financial burden on the people. The 11th emperor was Tang Daizong. He is known for both being an industrious and a thrifty emperor. Next came Tang Xunzong. Xunzong made multiple reforms to the imperial government during his short-lived reign. When the next emperor, Tang Jianzhong, was in power, the eunuchs became more rampant. They ended up murdering the emperor, bringing on the next of kin. Tang Muzong was the 14th emperor. He was irresponsible and neglectful, letting the regional military governors become overly powerful. Tang Jingzong followed. He was a teenage emperor who really had no control. The eunuchs and the corrupt officials were the ones making the calls. Jingzong's little brother, Tang Wenzong, preceded him. He also had little control, and the eunuchs did much of the decision-making. The 17th emperor was Tang Wuzong. Again, the eunuchs held power. He is known for his persecution towards Buddhism. Next was Tang Xuanzong. Being a revolutionary, he advocated for cultural and technological developments. The 19th emperor, Tang Yizong, was a lazy and unskillful ruler. His reign was a turning point that made way for the decline of the empire. Then came Tang Zizong, who oversaw the Huang Chao rebellion, which further weakened the empire. Tang Zhaozong became the 21st emperor, although only so much in name rather than power, as the rebellions were growing. The 22nd and last emperor of the Tang Dynasty was Tang Aidi. Still, pressures were mounted from the revolts, and his life, along with the life of the dynasty, ended with his poisoning. In all, it was a combination of the power the eunuchs were gaining, the power the regional governments were gaining, the split between the nobles and the peasants' parties, and the peasant rebellions over unreasonable taxation that caused the ultimate death of the Tang Dynasty.